guys, thanks for joining me for my very first video where I show you how I camouflage my hooded eyes using a number of matte eyeshadows. Hope you enjoy it and looking forward to your feedback. Alright, so as I've written in my blog plenty of times, I, like a lot of you, have hooded eyes. Now, I don't believe they were that hooded when I was younger. I've recently dug up some pictures that indicate that that wasn't the case, and I may post them on the blog as well. But basically, I think you can maybe see, I don't have any eyeshadow on right now, but this part of the brow, right in here, will actually, as we age, the skin loses elasticity and it basically falls, as does this area, as does this area, the jawline, all of that. So what I've learned to do over the last couple of years is a way of putting my makeup on that makes the hood look a little bit less prominent, and it also makes it so that my eye makeup is better seen. Now, for those of you who are younger or who don't have this problem, basically what it means to eye makeup is that anything you do on your upper lids, you have to bring it up higher, whether it's if you're doing a winged liner on the edges here, instead of having just a little short wing, you have to have a much longer wing in order for it to actually show up. And the same goes for any type of treatment that you're going to be doing in your crease. Now, one of the things that I think is really important when you have hooded eyes, whether it's due to age or whether it's just how you were born, because people are also born with hooded eyes, is that you don't put anything really light in color, really shiny in finish, or glitterily right on that point where the hood is. The old rule of, light draws the eye or makes something move forward, and darker shades make the area recede is especially true in this area. So today I'm going to focus on kind of a simple makeup look for the eyes that will deal with the crease and the hood for those of you who have that issue. Now, all of the shadows that I'm going to be using are also going to be perfectly fine for you to use if you don't have hooded eyes. They're all great, and they're especially going to be attractive for those of us over 40. So first, the thing that I'm going to do is start off with a kind of a base color, an overall lighter color for the eyes. Now I'm going to show you, I've got a couple of different palettes. This is a Z palette, which I've got mostly MAC, but some Bobbi Brown, some NYX, different kinds of eyeshadow in here. In lights, I have my browns that are another Z palette, which are browns, and again, it's the same brands. A lot of MAC, some Bobbi Brown. I've got a few NYX in there, but these are basically the browns. I've got a smaller palette that I made up to travel last week, so something like this goes with me quite a bit. And this is just a MAC pan that its little magnetic sticker doesn't want to stick. And then I have some random eyeshadows over here. This is a Urban Decay and Secret Service that I'm testing out, and a Sigma eyeshadow in Hitch. Now, for this look, I'm going to be using all matte eyeshadows because I like matte eyeshadows. Matte as in not shiny eyeshadows. And since I'm illustrating the issue around hooded eyes, I think they are especially good to use. So let us start with, I'm going to use, I think, Vanilla from MAC, which is this guy right here. I'm going to go ahead and put this all over my eye. Now I'm only going to do one eye because I want to show you the difference, and then at the end of the video, or maybe at the beginning of the video once I'm done editing it, you'll be able to see what the difference is between a hooded eye without makeup, a hooded eye with makeup, and then what it looks like together. So let's start off with the vanilla. I'm going to go ahead and put this as kind of a base color all over my eye. Now normally what I do is I will wear a primer. My favorite is Urban Decay Primer Potion, and that keeps my eyeshadows set all day, doesn't budge, doesn't crease. It's the greatest thing. Some people use like one of the Maybelline color tattoos, or maybe there's a couple of MAC paint pots that are really good for this as well. There's a number of different things that people use. But because my lids, unlike the rest of my face, are fairly oily, eyeshadows tend to crease on me after about 4 or 5 hours. But not with Urban Decay. So again, just light wash of the color in vanilla, which is pretty close to my natural skin color, maybe a little bit lighter, but it does even it out, so that's a good thing. Put that there. Then I'm going to take a this is a MAC brush. I believe it's a 217. This is going to be a crease brush, so I'm going to be layering some eyeshadow right here in the crease. So for that, I'm going to start out using this color right here, which is called Soft Brown. And I'm just going to take that and move it back and forth, kind of like a windshield wiper. And those of you who are, have been wearing makeup forever and ever will know what I'm talking about here. But basically, it's just a way to define the crease. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher than maybe I did when I was 25 years old, a little bit above the crease. And what I'm doing by doing this is just giving the crease a little bit of depth. So hopefully you can see that I've just added some right in here, and that it's going to be kind of the base for what I am going to do next. Okay, again, this is going to be just kind of an everyday look, real light, nothing big, nothing that's going to scream out, here I am world. All right, so that was that color. All right, next, I think I'm going to use, this is a pretty one. This is MAC Corduroy right here. Going to use this. What I like to do is, with the corduroy color, is just take it and get some on the brush and then blend it off on my hand to make it much more, it's not too much on the brush. And then I'm going to take it and go right in the same area, building a little bit as I go, and bringing it up a little bit higher on that hooded part. Okay? Alrighty, so let's see how that looks. There we go. So hopefully you can see that I've got the corduroy color a little bit higher, and it's starting to make a bit of a difference in the depth of my eye, and how that hood actually receives just a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. Next, I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to now take Mystery, which is a pretty dark brown, which is this one right here. Now, I'm going to just use the same brush that I used the corduroy on, and again, just knock it off on my hand a little bit, and I'm going to put it right at the top there on that hood, and then blend it down kind of into a V. Alright, so I've got some up on the hood and I'm blending it down into a V like that. Alright, and I'm going to close my eyes so you can kind of see what's going on there. Okay, next I'm going to take a clean brush. In this case it's a MAC 224, but you can really use any kind of a long, thin thinner domed brush. There's lots of different options out there. And I'm going to blend out the edges so it doesn't look too harsh. Okay, you see that? And then next I'll go back to my vanilla, which is right here, and I'm going to put a little bit of the vanilla right above my eye, right below my eyebrow, just a little bit. And what I can do is I can check in the mirror to see what I'm doing here. I have an issue with this area right here. I don't know if it's like it's getting lower and lower, but I sometimes feel like I have to go back and brush a little bit more of the eyeshadow on that area. So in this case, I'm going to take some of the corduroy and I'm just going to do a little dab of the corduroy and just place it right here on that area. And then I'm going to take the brush I used before and I'm going to blend that area real lightly. And then I'll take my clean blending brush and blend out the edges, just to make sure that it doesn't look harsh. And then once again, I'll go back to my vanilla and just put a tiny bit above that area so that it looks good. Now, sometimes when I do this, I notice that I get like a kind of a winged out look here. And so what you can do is you can take, you know, either a clean eyeshadow brush and blend that out, or if you've put your makeup, your foundation on with a foundation brush, you can just take that foundation brush and bring it up to the side to blend out that line. Okay, we're almost done. So that's a pretty easy way that you can see what I've done to my eyes. I've just brightened them up a little bit. I've camouflaged the hood just a little bit, and now I'm going to put on some liner. Now in this case I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown ink, the gel ink in black ink, which there you go. And I've got this really small Real Techniques brush. It's an eyeliner brush that I'm just going to swirl in there, close up the gel ink because it will dry out, and then I'm going to simply add some of that to the very edge of my lashes. Now, if you're not comfortable wearing black eyeliner, just go ahead, you know, you don't have to wear eyeliner obviously, but you can just wear like a brown or really any color that you're comfortable with. I like the black because it's pretty easy to wear. It blends in with my eyelashes. You know, if I'm getting fancy with it, I can draw it into the inside corners. And the best thing about this type of a product is that it absolutely does not smudge. It lasts all day, which is important for me. So I'm going to close my eyes so that you can see what the differences are. And hopefully you'll be able to see how the hood has minimized. And look forward to your feedback on my first video.